Morning, everybody. It is March 27th, 8:13 in the morning. Welcome to my channel. A little late start. Um, Market's kind of crazy, but figured it would be. Low volume day. Had a late day sell off yesterday. That dip's already been bought, so we're back to balance. Um, Basically waiting, but like market's closed on Friday for Good Friday, so tomorrow is the last trading day of this week. It's just interesting to see. Today's got light news, not a lot of news. And of course, the overnight ranges. Well, yes, yesterday's range actually was 31 points in the ES. However, it was very small before that late day sell off. So that was the only thing of volatility that happened so far this week. All right. So this morning, let's get this out of the way. Welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use volume profile, market profile to find structure in the market, along with gamma exposure levels, supply and demand, anchor VWAP, and the most traded price of the month, the year, the week, in the previous day. Just helps me find structure in the market. I can look at a chart very quickly and tell a trading plan. That's why I love using market profile and volume profile, along with the other things I spoke about. Confluence is the name of the game. I want as many things to line up as I can to put risk on for a trade. That's basically how I trade. Okay, so subscribe, set an alert if you haven't already. Okay, if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. You can also follow me on X. That is at Gonzo719. All right, let's move on to the watch list. Let's see what we have going on in futures today. Like I said, that dip was bought. Shocker, right? Bitcoin's leading the pack, up 1.09%. Ether up 0.62. Russell's up 0.55. Nasdaq's up 0.40. Gold up 0.40. The Dow's up 0.37. ES up 0.36. 30-year bonds being bought up 0.21. Silver's up 0.13. The dollar is up 0.11. 10-year yield should fall a little bit. Crude pulling back hard. Inventories yesterday was they had a surplus. So that usually knocks down crude. Usually, it doesn't always. Okay, the VIX is down 1.13%. Not a lot of fear in this market. Okay, now moving on to the Mag 7 Plus, leading the pack, coin. All right, that thing just keeps gyrating back and forth. It's up 2%. Tesla, all right, got some love yesterday with a gap up, but then sold off, but now up percent. Meta up 0.63, Snow up 0.63, Roblox up 0.59, AMD up 0.58, and Nvidia's up 0.49, Amazon up 0.48. Everything is up right after yesterday's late day sell-off. The only laggard is BABA, which really is not that important. It's not going to move the market. Okay. Now, moving on to top sector stocks. Qualcomm up 0.51, CAT. UPS took a big hit yesterday after up pre-market. Okay, at the bottom of the list is Exxon, but that is really not a laggard. Okay, moving on to the swing trade list. Donald Trump's stock getting love, up 14.52%, followed by Hood. Okay, followed by Merck, who got a drug approval for a rare lung disease, and Marvel. The semi, so that's up 0.4, followed by Wayfair, Super Microcomputers, Western Digital, Carnival Cruise Lines. Okay, that's what's moving the market. Now on the laggard side, GameStop had bad earnings, I believe. Yeah, earnings not good, down 18%. That's the big laggard this morning. Nothing really else. FedEx got a downgrade. Nothing really else to note there. So we'll just go back to the leaders. We'll go back to that. We'll look at the sectors. Sectors this morning, semis leading the pack again, up 0.46, followed by technology, followed by financials, followed by healthcare. That's all large, heavy-weighted sectors in the S&P 500. Okay. The only laggard is energy, when it's not much of a laggard. Okay, that's what we got. That wraps up that. Today is very, 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 very light in the economic calendar. Okay, super light. We really just have crude inventories at 10:30. Then we had Fed Waller's speech. Nothing to note. really nothing to note. Let me see over here if there's anything that I can pull up. Give me one sec. I'll see if I can get this news here. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so not even sure if I did this. I think I did though. But let's see here. S&P downgrades outlook on 5. Oh boy, I didn't know that. It says ratings agency S&P Global on Tuesday downgraded 5 regional banks due to their commercial real estate. Well, that's no surprise. Reigniting investor concerns. Okay, Trump's media company talked about this. Ticker leads to fleeting windfall for some investors. All right, Amazon fined 7.8 million by Polish consumer watchdog. That Baltimore Bridge, horrible thing that happened. Moderna secures 750 million from Blackstone. All right, GameStop, we talked about that. Bad earnings. Let's see. Just trying to see. Yeah, I know NIO was down. Chinese electric vehicle maker lowered its forecast. Yep, that's why NIO is down. Let's see. Robinhood. The online trading app launched a new credit card on Tuesday. Oh, new credit card. In an effort to expand its foothold in the personal finance market and boost subscriptions to its premium tier, the Robinhood Gold Card would have no annual fee, no foreign transaction fees, and offers 3% cash back. All right, that's getting love for Robinhood. And what else here? Let's see if upgrades and downgrades. Let's go over those real quick. Only thing to note here would be downgrade to FedEx, downgrade to Visa, which is interesting. Is Visa getting hit by that? Not really. Wells Fargo downgrade. That's really all I'm seeing there. Okay. It's probably all I want to touch on news. Let's see. Merck we talked about. Crude, yeah, crude we talked about with the inventories surplus yesterday. I think that's it. I think we just want to go to the all right, let's see here. Let's go to that daily chart. All right, so you've actually had basically 4 red days. Okay, obviously black on my chart, but hit the top of that channel, and we went all the way down to here, 518 yesterday, almost touching the 9 EMA daily in the SPY. Okay, so very interesting. We opened here, and that was a late day sell-off. It wasn't doing much for a while. Stayed in a range. Okay. Couldn't really close above the previous day's high. All right. So where are we today? 520.82. So 520.82. 520.82 puts us at the upper third of yesterday's range, right? So we closed down here, but now we're in the upper third of yesterday's range. We're balancing, okay? And you're going to see in the NASDAQ how important that balancing is, because it's getting ready to break out, all right, somewhere. All right, let's see. So today you're going to have resistance at 521, let's say 521, 522. That's resistance, okay? Your support, you're going to look at 518, 519, okay? Qs. Let's look at this together. All right, so the Qs broke the previous day's high. See, it went all the way up here. But then that late day sell-off closed down here, right? Right at the 9 EMA daily again. Okay. So this is last month's highs. 20-day simple moving average down here. Okay. So we're just in the middle of this channel. right? But if you look, there's a lot of volume trading in this area around 444. Okay, so very, very interesting. Now if we look real quick, we can put this on if I'm going to do this here. Let's see here. Here's the volume. Okay, there's a big volume node here, right? What is that price? 437. But there's another one right here, 445. Okay, 445 for that volume. So you're going to see later in the market profile. Okay, so let's just look at where we're at now. 445.30. 445.30 puts us right pretty much at the midpoint of yesterday's range. Okay, midpoint of yesterday's range. So, ooh, crude's pulling back. I like it. So here you have resistance at 447. Okay, around 440. Yeah, 447. All-time high is 449. Right. What do we got below us? I would think if we were going to pull back, we would make it to 440, 441. Okay. But like I said, we're in the middle of the muddle. We need to push out to here to go down, push down here to get support. So, like I said, I don't know how much I'm expecting because this volume's been very low due to Good Friday, and maybe people are already taking a break. Because the volume has been low. Okay. Now, let's move over to the bond market. Triple-headed monster. Okay. So what do we have here? Swing low, went up here, right? Came back down. Now we're just in a range. We're traveling sideways above the 200-day moving average. Today we are down 0.28%. We're at 4.2 yield. So really, this web of moving averages, it needs to decide what it's going to do. And right now, I don't think the bond market knows what it's going to do. Right? So that's the bond market. And look at the VIX. The VIX is dead. No fear. Bottom over here, that's complacency. So that means puts are cheap. That's a good reason why they're cheap, right? So there's no free lunch in the markets. All right, the dollar. The dollar is above the 200-day, all above these moving averages. It's got some strength as of late. Okay. Resistance at 104.64. So you got to see what this dollar does. And it's interesting because the dollar's moving up and gold's been moving up. The gold is, people are flocking to that right now. It's being held up. So that's the triple-headed monster. Okay. Now, let's go into the market profile. This is where we gauge structure. This is where we look at structure. Okay. Now you'll notice we have a little bit of a balanced profile, right? Okay, price, where is it at? 52.83. Right. Oh, geez, that's huge. That is huge. 52.83 right here. Okay. Now, let's look at this profile for the week. That is a bell curve, folks. That is balance. Okay. With the most traded price of the week right in the middle. 52.87. 52.87. Okay. So what happened yesterday? Right. Opened here. A lot of volume here. That's all the volume was. And then boom, like I said yesterday, what I said was if this was taken out, we were going to fall. We did. Okay. It was taken out. But guess what? It stretched out the profile. And where did price go right back to? Value. Value. And right into the middle of this range. Horrible place to trade right now is right here. Not good. You're looking to get chopped up. Okay, so when you're in the middle of this, It is going to do an inside out trade here. It is going to go to here or back to here. And you're going to have buyers initiated down here and sellers initiated here if we stay in this balance, okay? Now PCE comes out, but it comes out on a Good Friday, so I don't know. Now that we got that out of the way, okay, let's look at it. Say, okay, so that's the highs from yesterday, that's the lows. That's the overnight high, that's the overnight low. You can tell we're in the middle of yesterday's session in the overnight. It's inside yesterday's session, okay? The midpoint of yesterday's session here, or right here. It's just not a great trade location. We're not gapping down or gapping up today. Okay, in futures, you don't go by the close, you go by the highs and the lows. So there's no gap. We're inside yesterday's session. Okay, not a lot of edge here, but there is a little bit here. Now, why? We opened here. That's the short activity. Almost none. So we're pretty much 100% net short, net long. Net long, I'm sorry. Net long. Okay, price is here. Alright, price is right here. So we're up at the top. So you could get a little corrective action in the morning and pull back. Okay. Now, what can we look at? I'm trying to see what there is to look at really. What do we have here? We have a weak low here. So this is the close and the overnight low. So if we come down here, that could cause some selling. Okay. What do we have to the top? Anything here? Yes, we do. We have a weak high. Notice where the overnight high comes in. Right at the most traded price of yesterday, right at the most traded price of the week. So that could cause, boom, push up. Not a breakout. Like I said, these are really will bring us to the edges. And then I believe this market probably pushes back. Okay. This is what I'm going to wait for today, is the test of the edges. Right? Because look, dip, bought. We have to see though, right? Because right now we're starting to be in balance. The profile's changed to a balanced profile. And that's all I gotta watch out for. Okay, so if you're bullish, let's go over some scenarios here. If you are bullish, what do you gotta wait for? Well, there's demand here. I don't trust this demand really, but this demand here, and you have this weak low. Okay, so what I would be looking for is if we come up here, hit into supply, you fail, and you come down here and test this weak low. Now the weak low could hold or it could break a little bit. If we can't take out yesterday's lows, or we even go to them, that could be higher low, higher low. That would bring us right back to balance. That's a scenario for the bulls. That's probably all I really want to look at. Be honest with you. Any pullback here and then strength appears at the bottoms and sellers cannot go lower. That's kind of what I'm looking for today. Yes, can we do this? I don't think that's likely. Alright, I'm going with probabilities here. Now, of course, I adjust accordingly. Alright, now let's go with the bear scenario. It's really what I just laid out almost to you right now. So, in the bear scenario, okay, we could also come down, push up. Either you're gonna fail here at this supply, right, and not be able to go over the most traded price of yesterday in the week, and you have to take out this demand. But if you hold under here, we're probably gonna go test the lows. Okay, that's one. Two is if you do break above this and hit, this would be the other side of balance here, this supply. Then you can probably think we could balance off here or fall. Now these low volume has not been great trading. It's only been great trading for maybe the first half hour to hour because of this low volume. And then it just dies. I mean, today I hope it's different. I really do. Okay. Now, let's go over to the NASDAQ. Okay. Now, the NASDAQ is shaping up for a big move, and I'll just explain to you why. Okay. Now, let's look at structure. Got a balanced profile for the week. Okay. Balanced profile for the week. Price is here. Now, what happened? Okay. Now, this currently is the RTH, real trading hours, most traded price of the month. Okay. This in the 24-hour chart has been moved up higher. So the real-time trading hours, when it starts, it probably will move up as well. So that price is 185.50. 185.50. Once this moves up to the most traded price of the week, this is ultimate balance. Just look at this chart. You can see it, but that's why I love having the profiles, is because this price is going to be the most traded price of the month and the week. You can see how many times we've crossed that. That is just queuing up for a big move. Okay, the most contracts that have been traded at 185.50. What does that mean? Right? So you have longs in here hoping that this goes up. You have shorts in here that's hoping that this goes down. And they're all concentrated here. So whenever you make that outsized move, the shorts are going to get hurt, and then we're going to get a big move. Same for the downside. Longs will have to liquidate. That move will be coming. It's queuing up. You just need a catalyst to help it. Okay? Now, you're not in a good position here for a trade. You're right by the most traded price. Right here. Price is right here. Okay? So the NASDAQ, you definitely have weak highs here. And this is pretty much the bottom of the range. Price is in the middle of it. Horrible. So, bottom line, like I said, we're going to do inside out right now. You're going to test. You're either going to fail here and fall, right? Or you're going to go out to this edge and fail and fall back, right? Eventually, like I said, this will get broken. But for now, we're in balance. So if we come down to this edge, we could go back to the middle again. And we do this as many times, right? To queue up more energy and to queue up more energy to then you go boom, boom, you break out. Okay, now we are 100% net long and at the top of the range. So I like the setup in the NASDAQ right now. Okay, so you have a weak low here as well, because that's the overnight low and the close from yesterday. All right, but there's a nice demand zone here. There's a nice demand zone there. Okay, you do have supply right at this big level. Okay, so if we're going to do scenarios in the NASDAQ, very easy, very easy. Really like, now that I'm looking at this, the long in the NASDAQ. If we test the edge, okay, what does that mean? We could come up here. Now look, this could be I'll talk about this later, but right now we're 100% net long. If we come in this, also hitting week to date VWAP right here. If we come into this big level, right? Big levels hitting the tape. Don't know what that is, but big levels are hitting the tape. If we come up into here and fail, right? What's going to happen is, look at all this volume up here and here. Those are longs. You cut them down, you're going to fall right into this demand zone, and you might hit yesterday's lows. Okay? This could be a little bear trap. Try to fall. If it catches, no acceptance down there, higher low, that will fuel the move at least back to the mean. Back to the most traded price, which will be the most traded price of the month, 185.50. And then you got to see if you go to the other edge of balance. That's what I'll be looking for today. Okay? Classic play. Now, short wise, I laid it out for you, right? you have 100% net long. You have people long from the low here and from the overnight low. They're getting paid right now, but you're hitting into this wall, this supply and the most traded price. If the market can't find acceptance over this price and it fails and comes through here, this is the short, right? This is a lot of trade here, a lot of volume here. You will cut through this, take out the week low, and test yesterday's low. That could be the move. Okay, that could be it. Big demand zone here. If you cut that, the next move down is the monthly VWAP right here, 183.79. Okay, that's one that I'll be looking at. Now the second one is, okay, what if we do take and push up to this range? Now this is close to the edge of this balance here. This would be the other way. If we get some failure, lower high, we're going to go back to at least here. If we take that out, possibly move down to here, but at least to here. Okay, so this is the better. The first one I said is probably better when you're 100% net long. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at in these markets. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So big orders just hit the tape. Don't know what those were. Okay, one thing I want to show you again is these hourly charts. These hourly charts, right? So let's go to those just to show you again where the market fell to yesterday. Okay, in both markets. I showed you this. I don't know if I showed this yesterday. Just want to show you guys what happened. Let's go to the ES first. Okay, you can see relative volume here. Again, look, 64% of relative volume. That is not great. Nasdaq 75. The volume is still low. I don't expect, like I said, off the open maybe. Now you can see what happens here. We're catching a bid in the market, so that big order was a buy order. Okay, but that's not why I'm saying that. Okay, so just wanted to point this out to you. Here's that fib from the FOMC breakout, right? Right there. What did we do? Came down to the 50%, got bought, right? Got bought up to here. What did we do yesterday? Look at what we did. Look at what we did. Right down when we sold, we broke the 50 and we came down to the where? 61.8% Fibonacci. That is your last line of defense in a retracement. 61.8 and the 9 EMA daily and futures. So that's where we came to. And look at that buying excess. Boom. And now we're doing this. Where? To the most shared price of the week. That's why this area has been congested, right? So 61.8 was the bottom in the ES. Okay. Now, if we go over to the Nasdaq and we do look at the same thing from yesterday, right? It was flipped the other day when the Nasdaq had the big selling. Okay, so look, FOMC, Fibonacci, right? That's the move. You put a Fibonacci on it. Where did we go the other day? Right down to the 61.8 Fibonacci. Then the market ripped up, came all the way up to here. What did we do yesterday? Came down, whoop, crossed the 50, didn't quite hit the 61.8, right? Hit the 9 EMA on the daily futures, and then look, held the 50, came down again to hit the 50% Fibonacci, and then got bought. And where is this, right? Most traded price of the week, right here. So these dips are getting bought, right? This move has only retraced 61.8, 50, and now we're back in the middle of this again. Okay, so like I said, in the middle of the muddle here. You need to test this edge, or you're going to test this, right? That's the real trade. Okay, so But who knows? This low volume market, it's not fun to trade this because it's just weird. All right, no volume, no volatility is never fun. Okay, so hope everybody enjoyed that. All right, hope you're getting something from what I'm saying. All right, if you're not, then I'm doing you a disservice. Okay, so subscribe, set an alert if you can. Also, give me a big thumbs up or a like. That would be much appreciated. And you can always follow me on X at Gonzo719. All right. So stay green today, guys. Be patient. I'll tell you right now, in the middle of the muddle right now, what price? Really have to wait to get out of this balance. And you are going to move to the edges today, especially in the NASDAQ. I really like the NASDAQ today. Like I said, I would prefer a NASDAQ long and actually a NASDAQ short off the open. But those are difficult. So anyway, that will be it for me today. Wish everybody good luck, and I'll see everybody tomorrow.